Zayne Parekh injured in the game against the Chicago Blackhawks. He is on the injured reserve.
IR?
IR, listed as week to week. We discussed this about a week to 10 days ago, that there were some hits that he was taking. There was the hit with the Vegas Golden Knights. Colton Sissons caught him. There had been 2 or 3 instances albeit he's played 11 games here now, in a very short amount of time, where he'd left himself maybe a little bit
I would
open.
say he's been exposed in every game.
Yeah. There's been physicality, which has had him in discomfort. This one here, a hit by Nick Foligno along the wall. Now, I read about it before I saw it. I had things going on. So I took a heavy hit, a massive hit from Nick Foligno.
That's called finishing your check.
It's just not what I would, and it's not a shot against the kid, but it's just everybody, it's not a massive hit, but he took a hit. Obviously, you can see he's kind of feeling collarbones and that area.
The AC operation there.
And you know what? The head, again, is the first, looks like it's almost the first thing that hits the glass along with everything else. So he's taken some punishment. And now he is
taken
out of the lineup. He's got 1 point. And again, it depends how, do you want to be cheeky, right? It's like, oh, Zeev Boyum looks pretty good. And this guy looks pretty good. I feel for the kid. He wants to make the National Hockey League. He wants to play hockey. They won't let him play in the American Hockey League.
Stupid. Next year they will.
So he's got to go back to the Ontario League, which, again, for the development of the player, we're no good. He's already dominated and has, if anything, created maybe bad habits from being able to do everything.
Well, I'd love to have this debate.
Is that better than what's happening? Or have him here, have him in your greenhouse.
This is right down my wheelhouse because I'm living in this world. What's better? Do you
Let
play
him
the
develop
piss out
here?
of a guy in a league that he's already played in, or do you? Don't know.
Has your opinion changed?
My opinion will change if he's going to get himself injured, because if you're not ready physically, and we can't determine that. Yeah. If you can't get your head up and you're not ready physically, then that's danger, right? So if he's going to get injured, then no, he shouldn't be here. Now, anyone can get injured. I was injured all the time. And I'm like...
You're massive.
Super fit.
You're so huge.
But even that hit, it's like, that was not a... First, Flames do that because that's called finishing your check.
Right.
Just a real solid thing to do when you're playing hockey. But he wasn't crushed. Foligno just runs...
And I don't know that he necessarily did he leave himself open there?
It's sometimes it just happens.
Happens.
That's a tough one to evaluate.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything with him. He's going to do spot duty this year, and it is what it is. And their approach should be, you keep your ass in the gym and continue to. You don't need to go through the team isn't good enough and you're not contributing enough that you need to go through the rigors of beating up your body in your first NHL season. So come along for the ride. We'll play every other game. I don't care. You could determine what you want to do with him right now. You could say, okay, this is what we need to have out of him at the end of the year. And you look forward and sit down and go, okay, he needs actual workouts on these dates. And it's the U.S. national team that they pick down and they play in the USHL League. Mm-hmm. They work the piss out of those guys 6 days a week. You are working out 6 days a week, and they don't give a shit if they win or not. The point I'm getting at is that junior hockey teams don't do that. Like where he was last year, Zayne Parekh, they were, I'm sure you're doing workouts, but they're winning hockey games, and he's playing 30 minutes a night. He's not in the gym all the time. Maybe this is a good year to go, you're playing 40 games. Here's where they are. And develop a development program around that. This is not we need Zayne Parekh to help us get in the playoff situation.
Yeah.
This is we need Zayne Parekh to be really effing good in 3 years. And the way to do that is skills continue. Well, he's got hell of a skills. That's the thing. I think it's off ice, get a little bigger, get a little stronger, whatever their focus is nowadays. It's not about size, but strength and mobility. Just do that. I don't give a shit if he has more points than what's the guy's name? I can't say it. Yeah, it's not that. Because right now it doesn't matter. I think Minnesota's in a better situation to try and make the playoffs than the Flames are. So take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Bring them along slow. And it's a stupid effing rule. If you want to send them to the minor for that 2-week conditioning, go ahead. But I think your focus with this kid is not about how many points he can have for us this year. It's when I don't even think it's about next year.
Yeah.
Because I think when this year continues to go in the piss, next year is not going to be we signed 8 free agents and we're back to top 10. So I think you have a 2-year window to go from 40 to 60 games, 60 to 82. And in that season, have him ready to go and put up a bunch of points and play the piss out of him. Now you've got a 25-minute-a-night defenseman, whatever. But that should be the plan.
Yeah.
Not get him out there every night this year. Who cares if he's going to get injured?
Yeah.
If he's out there and he's not getting crushed and he's contributing, play him.
And I think that's maybe where we've seen, again, we talk about confidence. They see the same things we see. And they also have the benefit of knowing what's going on behind the scenes. They know the whole story, injuries, the mental pick, the whole thing. And that's why when he was being healthy scratched and everyone's like, what the hell's going on? Gotta play the shit out of.
Well, I said it. You might as well play him. But if he's going to get hurt, then I disagree.
Yeah, I guess my opinion has changed a little bit because I was with you. You don't send him to the World Juniors, and obviously I still don't think you send him to the World Juniors. I don't.
What's the benefit of that?
I don't know. It's like, well, he could have a taste of winning and play a bunch and be an important piece.
NHL. This is the best league in the world. You're not going to get better. I don't give. It's not a shot at the World Juniors. I love turning the World Juniors. Awesome hockey, great opportunity, cool event. It's not the NHL.
Yeah. And if he's in the NHL, he's with you. You know what he's eating. You know what he's doing. You know what he's training. What is everything. You don't. I think 9 times out of 10 you can, but you send him to somebody else, and he's now on their watch.
Who was that kid? Even McAvoy last year.
Yeah, you go to the 4 Nations, and we got to play the shit out of this guy because gets hurt. Well,
out.
Darn, that's not great for us. But it does change.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
You can go or not go. You can go to the minors or not go. I think, but I would. And the reason that Connie has all this knowledge is that Jessie listens and she tells him what we're saying. So here, map out a plan, get him in the gym, get him stronger, and don't worry about how many games he's playing. Pick a number, 40. Great.
So where does that come in? Because I'm not coming at you, but somewhere between play the piss out of him and just give him
has to establish himself as capable of getting the piss played out of him and not exposing himself to injury. And you can go back and forth on. And are you meaning in the minors? Or
no, I just
sending him back or playing the piss out of him here.
It was just because I don't disagree with you, but build a program, and it's less about how many games you play. It's just more about. So it's like play some games or play the shit out of them.
But he has to establish if he's ready to have the shit played out of him, and by continuing to get blasted, he's got 1 point, and I don't blame him for that because his team don't score.
Yeah,
I think
you can have the conditioning and the skill level and all of that to play 20 a night in the NHL, but if for whatever reason you're taking knocks and getting injured and hit over and over, then it's not worth it because of the year that it is.
Yes, exactly. I think all we're saying is don't be short-sighted. And you can play the piss out of him and he can have a hell of a year and it sets, or you could say, after watching him for 11 games, where are you at? I think he's better than some of their defensemen, but that doesn't mean in a season like this, you need to play him all the time. I've said play the piss out of him because he's better. But now you're like, well, if you're going to get your ass rung up every game, then.
it's different than these ones we've had in the past. 'Cause the Sam Bennett one was high profile, and obviously that
The person I was watching with the game with yesterday was critical of that situation again.
Yeah.
It was like, I shouldn't even say it.
right, but to a lesser extent, Sean Monahan, because he played well, but young player who entry level deal kicked in when maybe in hindsight they should have gone somewhere else to play, even though we lose a little bit of
or the other side of that
perspective.
or the other side of that coin is you played the piss out of a guy that's still on your team and didn't give him an opportunity to
that's
develop.
a little different for sure. But I think when you talk to some people about Sam, they shouldn't have kept him. They should have sent him down, should have sent him back, whatever the case may be. I don't know. Maybe time will tell, and it will come back to this and be like that. They for that season, which was a lost season, he ended up getting to 11. So you trigger year
that
one
was
of
a royal F up, an absolutely royal F up. They didn't use him and they didn't develop him, and he was like Parekh.
Well, that's who I'm talking about now.
Okay,
I'm saying maybe down the road we view it similarly. It's like that he didn't play anyway that year. He got injured, but you still triggered year one of that deal. Now
I don't care about the triggering of because it's not my job to worry about Mr. Edwards' money and how he that shit's going. And it's not like these kids are getting held back. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there are implications, but if Parek's getting to where he's supposed to be in the Sanderson. Who else?
Oh yeah, just the young elite.
The young elite. Yeah. Like it's supposed to go from here to here, contract wise. It's not supposed to be, oh, well, we're not sure what he is. We're going to bridge deal him.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't think that's what they're looking at. And I don't care. That's too, that.
I don't either. I don't either. And I kind of, like I say, I feel for everybody involved because it was 2 weeks ago or last week or whenever, when I sat here and I said, you're not sending him anywhere. He's got to learn how to take a hit, or he's got to learn how to avoid, or we discussed this. But now as you sit here, going back to junior, would it have been the worst thing in the world? Maybe it wouldn't have been.
There's no right or wrong. We will not know. Sam Bennett, you brought it up.
Yeah.
Did we know he was good? Not until he went to Florida. How many years into his career was that? So you're not going to know this by the end of this year. You won't know by the end of next year. Now, if you put him out, if you keep him here and he gets his bell rung again and he blows the same shoulder out, you'll be like, shit.
See, that's the thing for me, right? Because it's the human side. You've got a kid who's gets injured in that. I feel for Connie and those guys, because what do you do with the player Parekh? Well, he's a first round. He's a commodity for the team. And if there's going to be success, how big a part it's going. Then you strip that away. It's, well, here's a 19-year-old who's taken some heavy hits, wants to be in the NHL. His parents are right. It's I would feel bad if
you're on the cusp of making the league you want to make, and then
I just feel bad
take it away from you.
I feel bad for Conroy because it's like, well, now we got the kid hurt. You'll just question, did I make the right call? Did we do the right thing? Because you don't want him getting hurt.
No,
talent-wise, he deserves to be here. But he's taken some knocks, and now he's week to week. It's like, shit. Well, we didn't. Can he hold his own skill-wise? We'll have that conversation. Nobody wants the guys getting hurt, and especially here, it wasn't even that violent a hit. But now there's literal and figurative repair to be done for this kid. It's just tracking towards kind of a shit season for the kid.
When your team is horse shit, that's kind of yeah. That's what it'll be. But there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to know for 3 years.
Hey, buddies. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.